Well, I guess Rado Vidosic suggests does somebody like Andrew Naboot see his minutes increase as a result?
Absolutely. Andrew is the one. I mean, he's nursing an injury, and we are trying to look after him as much as we can. That's why he's been coming on and not training regularly, not as much as we would like. But he's putting his hand up to help us whenever we need him, and I'm so grateful for that. Also, Florian is coming back, from his long-term injury, and we need to be quite, careful with him to not to push him too much too soon. This is a game where it's only 5 days between two games, so we'll see how everyone is tomorrow morning on the morning of the game, and then we'll make the final decision who will start on that position.
What's the nature of Andrew's injury? It sounds like it's something that's a bit chronic, a bit long term.
Well, I think it's just above his knee, and he's been carrying that for some time. He needs a break, but at the moment we just can't afford to give him a break because of, Rafa is away with the national team, and then now this happens to Lecky. So there was a plan to give him a break to, allow this niggling injury to settle down, but unfortunately we just can't afford that at the moment. So, he's playing into the pain, and he's been fantastic for us, and I hope that once Rafa comes back, that maybe we could give him a little bit of a break and get him ready for the finals.
I mean, I know you also had Curtis Wood and Scott Jamieson undergoing fitness tests before the Adelaide game. Will they fly out with you and do those in Adelaide, or are you going to do those before you jet off to South Australia?
Both of them trained with us yesterday, and on Monday, was it? No, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, both of them train on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we are training tonight in Adelaide. So we're going to assess them at the airport or just before the training, and we'll see how they are. We are down on numbers, obviously, with the injuries and the national team commitments. So we're going to take all of them with us and assess them in Adelaide, see how they feel, and then make the final decision on Friday morning.
Obviously, you did lose one possible reinforcement in Arian Suleimani, who's done his ACL, but you've got others there, the likes of Max Caputo and the like there in the academy. Can we see them getting some more minutes in the next few weeks as a result of all this?
Absolutely, and Max had he was injured as well. He had a long layoff from the team, not training with us as much, and then Emin, he had concussion on against Bulleen, so he's 2 weeks out. Durakovic, which is a big blow. I mean, we were hoping that we could integrate him into the squad and maybe give him some game minutes, but unfortunately, yeah, he's out as well. So yeah, as I said, we're a little bit down on numbers, but we will soldier on, and hopefully we'll have a good performance in Adelaide.
So it sounds like you're a little bit cursed, Rado. Your injuries coming from everywhere. But as Adelaide, they came back and got another late result against Melbourne Victory over the weekends. And I mean, that just seems to be what they do now. They just come back and either force a draw or force a win. How do you think they do that? As a coach, it's analysed them, it's watching them over the years. How does a team make a habit of coming back like Adelaide does?
Look, they obviously they got a fantastic coach who was exactly like that. You knew that when you were playing against him, you are in for a tough game, and I think he just zooms down on his players, and they are applying the same desire not to lose the game, to come back. But when we played them, they raised our in front 3-1, and then we had to chase the game, and we've done that as well. So every game is different. So this game will be completely different to the previous game. Obviously, this time you're playing away, and they are playing at home. So maybe there's a little bit more pressure on them to perform to win the game. But they've got unbelievable quality in their squad. They got some very, very promising young players, and then with their experienced players. And they are not that old. They are all like a middle age. They are like in late 20s, so they are in peak of their football careers. And that's maybe another reason why they are so good. They got a great goalkeeper, and then their front line is really, really good. They can hurt you. They play very specific game with with their striker number 9. Japanese import who's been fantastic, who causes all sorts of problems, for the opponents inside the penalty box. Sometimes he's unstoppable, the way he occupies the good positions, and the crossing that they have from the outside of the box, world class. Goodwin and Halloran on the other side can cause all sorts of problems to opponents.
Just Melbourne City and Adelaide, it feels like that's a budding rivalry. Obviously, Adelaide have had the original rivalry with Melbourne Victories for years, but do you feel like, Melbourne City and Adelaide, their battles over the years, they've eliminated you from finals, you've eliminated them from finals, you've had some real tough fights over the years. Do you feel like this is a bit of a rivalry?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I remember when we played the FA Cup in Adelaide, and the club took all of us employees to Adelaide, and we were sitting there watching the game, and unfortunately we lost 4-0. And I think it still hurts, because that was we had a very good team that year. We had a great coach, and you were hoping that we can get it, we can make it in Adelaide, but unfortunately we didn't. So those games against Adelaide are very significant for us, and maybe one of the reasons is this game where we lost. We're playing for the trophy, and we didn't get it. So this game is so important for us this year, because it gets us closer to a trophy, and gets us closer to Champions League as well. So it is a very important game.
Is this the first time you've coached in the A-League as an A-League man head coach in home match? That's correct, isn't it, Rado? Like you've been there as an assistant, but this is your first time in the main chair.
Probably you're right. Yeah, I don't remember the Brisbane Roar days. Was many years ago. But yeah, I mean, I think I've coached there with females, and I've been there several times with as assistant coach.
Yeah. What's it like as a hostile environment?
Oh, it's unbelievable. The stadium is brilliant, and I can't wait to see the new edition of the stadium with that grandstand on the opposite side, and their crowd is crazy when they're doing really well, and they are always on top of you and screaming against you and booing you. So you need to be focused on your task and try to ignore what's going on around you. But it's definitely their 12th player when you were playing against them over there.
I think that's. I'll just ask. So I've asked you about the health and fitness. Is there anybody that I've missed that's maybe carrying an injury or anything that you'll be testing before the game? No. Everyone is okay. And as I said, we are just waiting to hear how they are after 2 training sessions. And once we learn about that, then we will make the final decision. As I said, we do have training in Adelaide this evening, and then final assessment tomorrow morning, and we'll try to put the best 11 on the field that we can.